You're watching Pulse for the 13th or 14th of July, depending on where you are, and it's time for some World of Warcraft news. In this week's episode, we take a look at yet more 4.2 hotfixes, along with some patch 4.3 talk, a new feature on the official websites, some arena gear drama, and more. Let's get started. The World of Warcraft news. There has, quite sadly, not been that much interesting news going around, but I will start things off this week with the latest patch 4.2 hotfixes. While they may not always be the most interesting, I think it is in fact good to know what's going on with our games. So starting with the hotfixes applied on July the 8th, these were mostly just, as is to be expected, Firelands issues that were tweaked or changed. Big ones include that during the Rhyolith encounter, multiple volcanoes cast in eruption will now create separate stacks. Crushing a volcano will cause its stacks of eruption to fade shortly after it's crushed, and Riplim's lost collar was apparently really lost. The item should now properly drop from a select few creatures. Other than that though, there's a change that hunters will most definitely be happy about. Combat pets should no longer aggro creatures while the player is mounted. Hunters, it's safe to ride alongside your pet again. Fluffy will stop finding angry new friends to play with. And lastly in this set of changes, several Ruthless Gladiator items have had their stamina values increased to more appropriate levels. On July the 12th, we saw yet another set of hotfixes hit the live servers. Most notable in this set, the Ragnaros encounter at the end of the Firelands raid went through many changes due to the high-end guilds finally making it to his chamber. Ragnaros' enrage timer was increased, portions of his platform that were being used to dodge mechanics were changed or moved, and the extra phase on heroic difficulty was apparently fixed. Great to see Blizzard reacting as quickly as they are there. Then, the Molten Front and Regrowth daily questing areas were also targeted with a few smaller fixes. Wounded Hyjal defenders now appear wounded, and those silly Windcallers are now appearing a bit more quickly, if you choose Druids of the Talon, at least. Lastly, Molten Lords no longer become tapped by the first player who attacks them with any of the trained Firehawk's abilities while on the quest Fire in the Skies, allowing for any player who dealt damage to the Molten Lord to gain quest credit upon its death. Quite a few big changes, and quite a few I think a lot of players will be grateful for. If you want to read the full list of hotfixes, you know exactly where to look. As a quick extra, I just thought I would share this with all of you. A fan recently asked on the forums when patch 4.3 will come out, and what it'll be about. He or she said that the reason they asked was because patch 4.2 was released a little while ago, and top tier guilds have already cleared normal Firelands, and are about 5 out of 7 in heroic mode. Yes, it was bound to happen, some people are just never happy. Zarhim responded with the following: "Last time I checked, 50 people in the world are working on heroic Ragnaros. You're good. We'll have plenty of information on patch 4.3 in due time." With a little smiley face. I wonder what percentage 50 is out of the over 10 million World of Warcraft accounts out there. Read more about that below. So now, next up, for those of you out there like me who didn't quite understand the arena or arena gear drama going on right now, Blizzard apparently stealth upgraded all of the Season 9 armor into new item level 371 items to replace the old item level 365 items. So what's the big deal? Well, the change wasn't retroactive, and people who bought their gear even a few days before the patch basically ended up spending their points on gear that was slightly outdated a few days later. This was all without warning from Blizzard. And let me just add something that you probably know: a ton of people blew their honor just before the new season started. So now, just a couple of days ago, we did in fact hear that our honor reimbursement is still on track for next week. If you bought a piece of Season 9 gear before it became Season 10 item level, you will be receiving 4,000 honor as compensation. Yes, pretty sweet deal if you ask me. I don't know why Blizzard didn't just change the items that the players had already purchased, but hey, I don't know the technicalities of the whole thing, so I won't comment on it. But anyway, Blizzard say they will reimburse players on the 19th of this month, and we'll have some additional info posted soon on who should expect to receive the 4,000 compensation points. Keep checking back here for more on that, or check the posts link below for a full explanation on what's happened so far. As an extra, you can also read a post by Zarhim titled "The PvP Season 10 Gear Disaster" that, well, the title speaks for itself. Blizzard recently updated the character profile system on their official sites with a brand new feature to help you track your loyal companion pets and stalwart mounts. A visit to your character profile will reveal a new heading entitled Companions and Mounts. There you'll find a complete list of in-game pets and mounts that your character can discover throughout Azeroth and beyond. The list is conveniently divided between those that your character already has collected and those that you have yet to find. Still perusing for a particular pet? Mad for a magnificent mount? Just mouse over the object of your desire in the Companions and Mounts page and you'll see information that should help you make your next hunt a success. You can filter the results to make it easier to find pets and mounts from a particular source, or sort them by rarity to help you plan future collecting expeditions. The update is live, so head on over to your character profile to visit your pals right now. Quite a useful update indeed, if you ask me. This, coupled with all the great stuff that Blizzard's doing for mobile devices, means you'll be able to take your World of Warcraft companions absolutely anywhere. If you choose to do so, that is. Anyway, check it out now and enjoy. Now for the always interesting, creative and beautiful art updates. Well, not always beautiful per se, but whatever. Let's start this week off with another of those leftovers from the ongoing Blizzard Community Comic Contest. This one was apparently submitted by Christy Sunshine and is titled Do As I Say, Not As I Do. Check it out in full size below. Then, the Blizzard fan art section has been updated with 4 new pieces of fan artwork set within the Warcraft universe, my favorite of which can be seen on your screens right now. This one definitely falls under the beautiful category. These ones, not so much. Yes, there were also a few additions made to the official World of Warcraft art gallery, some old school images. Check all of them out in full size below. Last up, the official World of Warcraft trading card game art gallery has also been updated yet again, this time with 10 new pieces, all pretty impressive and all worth having a look at. With that done, let's head on over to the World of Warcraft Smalls. In the World of Warcraft Smalls this week, you can read about the fun and games set to happen at this year's Gamescom. You can check out the latest Leaders of the Horde and Alliance post, this one featuring Bane Bloodhoof. There's a poll up titled Death Nights and Days. The latest new player tips post, Death Becomes You. Apparently the Ask the Devs number 11, Healing, answers are coming this Friday. Recruit a Friend now works up to level 80. You can check out the 2 latest European community news posts over at the official World of Warcraft site for the 8th and 12th of July. You can read about the first guild to reach 2,000 guild achievement points, that's intent, from the US servers. You can check out a bunch of Fireland's heroic progress reports courtesy of MMO Champion. And then over at Wowhead, you can check out BlizzBlue's Adal Gone Crazy. You can check out a post titled The Exalted, an overview of all reputations. Then right here on YouTube, you can check out the World First Kill vs Balrog Heroic 25-man. This was done by Method. Then lastly in the Smalls, also here on YouTube, you can check out a World of Warcraft documentary trailer for The Raid. Now let's check out the World of Warcraft Blue posts. The Blues had quite a bit to say this week on designing fights in regards to Firelands, on item level in the Firelands, on guild management systems, on the Goblins' racials, on Firelands' progression speed, on Divine Aegis' spell effect, on PvP season cheating, and on PvP season 10 sword size. Sadly, that is in fact all I have in this week's World of Warcraft news. Keep checking back here soon for more. Remember to like the video and share it with your friends. But most importantly though, happy arena gear drama or point reimbursement.